Welcome back, everybody. If you're listening to those beautiful piano notes on top of the acoustic guitar rhythm, that can only mean one thing.
It is time for another episode of the Mannschrecks, commentary on Christian life and culture from a pastor's wife and her son.
That's me.
So I'm your favorite host, Sarah Mannschreck.
And I'm that other one, JJ Mannschreck. And we are back for episode, I don't even know, I've lost count.
5?
Is this 5? Yeah? We've done so many that I've already... No, I think it's episode 5. Oh, boy. But, okay. All right. Let's jump right in. I've got some great stories. And I'm really excited about the game that we're going to introduce later. Okay. I'm thinking this is going to be fun. All right. So, for this first news story, I'll just read it to you, okay? Because this is just bizarre. So, this is the article. It's coming from designboom.com. Burger King. Oh, wait. Let me preface. Do you remember the Stanley Nichols story, right? Yeah. And the heartbreaking piece of the Stanley Nichols story was that it was already over.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah. That's right.
We find out that this thing exists, and we miss that opportunity. Unfortunately, I have another story of a missed opportunity.
Oh, no. Okay.
Because this was a Mother's Day special in Germany.
Oh,
and so we missed this opportunity. Yeah. Burger King launches limited edition burger series for bizarre pregnancy cravings.
Oh, dear.
They had a line called the Pregnancy Whopper.
Okay.
Burger King Germany has launched a new limited edition burger to celebrate Mother's Day on May 8th, following a study of 1,070 women who are or were once pregnant. The Pregnancy Whopper turns the most popular meal cravings and weird combination into 9 extraordinary burgers.
9 different burgers?
They came up with 9 new flavors, and I gotta say, they are disgusting.
Please tell me one of them's like an overloaded pickle burger or something.
I'm pretty sure there's a pickle burger in there, so we gotta walk through these.
Okay.
So, all right. So the first one. Oh, and there's pictures for all of these. I'll post the link for our listeners on the social media. But the first one is bratwurst and nut nougat cream.
For a burger?
On a burger. And
on a burger?
Yeah, so there's like a patty.
Into a burger?
No, there's like a patty, a thin strip of meat in the picture, and then a bratwurst on top of that, and then nut nougat cream, which I don't even know what that is. Is that like...
I mean, it depends on where in the world you are.
Yeah,
that can have very different meanings. But also, who is craving bratwurst and nougat cream? I've never wanted that combination. I don't like a lot of meat, though, so...
Yeah, okay. The brand launched the Pregnancy Whopper campaign, offering the burger lineup only to mothers and expectant mothers.
So you had to be pregnant to order it?
Fulfilling bizarre cravings from paradoxical combinations of sweet and salty, like fried eggs and banana, vanilla ice cream and olives, or bratwurst and nut nougat cream, to odd mixes of fish and meat, like this next one, currywurst and brotherling. Brotherling? I don't know what that even is.
That does
currywurst and fried herring. Oh man. Currywurst and fried herring.
Herring is no thank you.
The next one is strawberry ice cream and French fries.
Okay.
Well, on a burger.
Not on a burger, but
you can get into it.
I like to dip French fries in a good Wendy's Frosty, but that's just me.
There you go. I'm trying to remember. You know, you didn't have like crazy cravings, right?
No, I ate a lot of bad food, but I definitely didn't have that's a gross combination.
Of the fries and the ice cream?
No, the fries and the ice cream isn't what bothers me. It's the fish and
the herring.
I
the
never
currywurst.
think if I'm gonna have a meal, I never think I want a burger and fish. I always just think I want fish, but never both. That doesn't sound good.
This one is just called pie and beef, and it's a layer of patty, and then there's like a bread layer, like cake, and then it looks like whipped cream with another layer of patty, and then like a strawberry cream and a layer of raspberries.
This is a joke, right? Like, this is just a late April Fool's joke, right? That does not sound like something that would sell or even like be desirable.
Fried egg and banana on a burger.
I get fried egg on burger. That makes sense to me.
Oh yeah.
But
I'll eat a fried egg.
Why would you put a banana? That's like a Ron Swanson burger.
That's right. He does that in that one episode. Oh, that's amazing.
Does not sound good.
Fish fingers and applesauce.
Is this for pregnant women or for toddlers?
Our 4-year-old would love this.
Fish sticks and applesauce. I'm pretty sure he's combined those two before.
Cucumber and jam. No, there's your pickles, but they're not pickled.
I like cucumbers, but with jam.
It looks gross. The picture is something else. Cream and gherkins? Jerkins?
Yeah, gherkins. They're sweet. There's like those sweet pickles, those little baby sweet pickles.
It looks like whipped cream on top of a hamburger and then gherkins on top of that.
No, thank you. Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was a limited time thing. They ran it for 1 day in Germany, and we missed our opportunity.
Limited time or
just Mother's Day? They just did it for like 1 day. They were like, "Here we go."
What a ton of work for something that wouldn't even be. I didn't seem like it'd be well received to me, but
the nougat cream in this picture. Maybe this is like. I wish that people had posted pictures of the real, because like the picture of the advertisement,
material,
it's not,
and then there's the reality.
But this nougat cream is on top of the bun, like it's bratwurst with a mustard stripe on it on top of a burger, then the top bun, and then like what looks like chocolate pudding on top, nougat cream on. It looks like Nutella on top of. Oh man, and it's like I like all these things. I like a brat, and I love Nutella, but not. On my burger or together, yeah.
No, that's a no for me.
Because I think your big pregnancy craving. I'm trying to remember
when I was pregnant with the first and second. It was like potatoes. Like I really wanted mashed potatoes.
I remember that.
That's all I wanted to eat.
Which was a big departure for you. You never eat that stuff.
I used to when I was younger. I still like mashed potatoes. I always wanted mashed potatoes when I was pregnant. Oh, this time around, definitely not burgers with Nutella on them.
No, well, all right. Next time I will fly to Germany to get you the ice cream and fish sticks.
Ice cream and fish sticks and applesauce.
That was just so weird.
That's baffling.
When I have a craving, then it has to be satisfied. I love that. It is just so
But not by Burger King.
The meals were made available for just 1 day at only one Burger King store in Berlin. So this is like, I think this is just more of a publicity.
Yeah.
Pay attention, because honestly...
Everybody come to this Burger King because we have been lacking customers since the pandemic, and we really could use a boost. So come on down.
Well, and it's like, I mean, when's the last time you heard anything about Burger King?
I don't often pay attention to Burger King in Berlin.
No.
But I have not. No. There's even a Burger King here.
Locally,
in Flushing. There used to be a Burger King in Flushing.
Oh, did it close?
Oh yeah, it's been closed since we moved.
Really?
Yeah, there's no Burger King. I can't even tell you the last time I ate. I don't know that I have independently on my own ever driven to a Burger King for food. I think I have been in the car when someone has ordered Burger King for people, but I've never on my own ordered Burger King or ever had a desire to. I
feel so bad, but if I'm gonna do fast food, I'm gonna hit up Taco Bell.
Oh,
maybe McDonald's. I love the Taco Bell, but I'm grateful Taco Bell did not do fish and curry and ice cream and
if Taco Bell's doing fish and curry, something's wrong with the Taco Bell.
We won't talk about what's inside those tacos. All right, for this next story, this one comes to us from NPR, and it is all right. So let's talk about. So we have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a whole bunch of chickens.
Right.
And we have tried to allow them in our bed. Because a long time ago...
Chickens? No. Never. The chickens do not come in the house. But yes, the dogs and the cats. At one point...
That would be so gross. Yeah. Chickens poop everywhere.
Oh.
No. But yeah, like when we first got the puppies, right? And we were like...
Well, when we used to have just the cats, they used to sleep all over the bed. And then we had to kick them out of the bedroom because they wouldn't stop biting our feet in the middle of the night when they slept on the bed.
That's right. But
so yes, the dogs too. We have had to relegate them to the crate
to their sleeping space in the evenings. But yeah, so this story, Julie and Jimmy Johnson are no strangers to dogs. They have 3 of their own that regularly sleep in the bed with them in their home in southeast Tennessee. 3 dogs that they are normally allowing in their bed, right? So this is their decision. That's what they do. But recently, the couple woke up to find a large tan dog sandwiched between them that was not one of their own.
What?
They wake up and
is it a neighbor's dog or something?
There's a quote from the Julie. You could see light coming in our curtains, into our curtains in our bedroom, and I feel my husband not just roll over, but kind of startled, almost like a jump rollover, and it woke me up, Julie said. And in a quiet but stern voice, he said, Julie, whose dog is this? Can you?
Their owners wouldn't let him sleep with her, so he's like, I gotta cuddle somewhere.
I need some snug. Dogs do need snuggles. They love, like our dogs, because they can't be in our bed with us. They are always wanting those snuggles.
Daisy would do that too.
She would. Like, if she could
you,
get
I'm running away. I'm gonna go to this person's house down the street.
She's such a sucker for snuggles, right?
Oh my god.
Julie was admittedly confused, thinking, of course, it was either Hollis, Jupiter, or Zeppelin, one of their 3 dogs. Which, let's talk about those awesome names.
Those are some good names.
Those
for
are
dogs.
great names for a dog. I like Jupiter. That's pretty cool. Then she rolled over, locked eyes with Jimmy, only to find an unknown dog in the bed. Wait for this, though. My husband just kind of went to kind of pull up the blankets a little bit, almost like they were going to protect him. And at that point, the dog got even further up on our pillows and snuggled in and was just 100% content being there, Julie said.
This is so weird.
It did not take much time after that to realize that the strange dog was not a threat, but instead a cuddle bug and maybe a bit of a bed hog as it pushed the Johnsons to the side in their bed. There's a picture of the family.
How did the dog get inside?
After taking a look at the dog, realizing it must have had owners who took care of it, she started taking selfies of the bizarre and funny situation. She posted the photos to Facebook in what she said was the weirdest post I have ever made, asking friends if anyone recognized the dog. It didn't take long before Julie received a message from a person saying that they were the dog's owner. It turned out that the dog, whose name is Nala, had slipped out of her collar while on a walk and ran into the woods the previous day ahead of some large thunderstorms in the area. They did a quick photo verification, and one of Nala's moms was on the way to come get her.
Wow. This is so weird.
It's like Nala, so this is the one of the owners. It says, our overly friendly pup Nala has hit an all-time record for ignoring personal space and added yet another trick into her long list of Houdini acts.
How did the dog get in their house? Like,
it says, he wrote this on Facebook. It says, shame on Nala for somehow breaking into a stranger's house and invading their personal space.
Oh my God. I don't know what I would do if I woke up and found someone else's dog in my bed.
I'd freak out, right? Like, I'm just going to put it out there. I would lose my mind. That would be terrifying.
I'd be weirded out if someone else's dog showed up in my house, but to wake up and find the dog in my bed, like, oof. Yeah, but I don't sleep with my dogs in my bed, so that would be very strange.
It would be very extra scary. Yeah.
There would be something very different there.
I bet it would take me a long time to figure out what was going on. Because if the dogs are normally in the bed, if you're like used to the movement of the dogs in the bed, I'd be like, wait, this dog looks a little different. But I'd be sleepy and I'd like roll over like, oh, whatever, you know?
I would not. Oh my goodness. That is
sleepy
so
me cares very little for the differences.
It's so weird.
Oh, the only mystery that remains is how exactly Nala got into the house without any of the other dogs barking. The working theory, Julie said, is that the door was left open or maybe not closed entirely, and then Nala, who was terrified of thunder, saw the porch light and found her way inside during the storm.
Oh my gosh.
A dog snuggled up in their bed. Not just like in their personal private home, but up in their bed, snuggled in between them.
Just needed someone to cuddle with. It's been a really lonely couple of hours. I haven't been with my family. I think I'll jump into this house.
The title of the article is just, this dog broke into a Tennessee couple's house and snuggled her way into their bed.
Oh my God.
And it's such a cute puppy. I'll post the pictures.
It's shocking that their dogs like didn't raise any alarm.
Well, yeah, the dog should be fired from their guard dog duty. This
like
is
Daisy and Raven. Like Raven wouldn't care. She wouldn't care at all. But Daisy wouldn't be able to stop yelping or
our dogs would
growling
lose
or
their
barking
mind if there was
just
another...
because anything that's bigger than her or new would raise some serious questions. But their dogs must be very, very chill to just be like,
friendly.
oh yeah, come on in. There's plenty of room.
Oh, it's got to be one of our 3 dogs who are usually in our bed. Oh, wait. Whose dog is this?
Did you get another dog? No. Oh, who the heck is this?
I love it. That is so much fun.
Weird.
All right, so it is time to move to a segment that we call Walk That Talk. And I say that we call it that. That's not what we called it last time. I think last time we called it God Moments, but I felt like that was a little cheesy. And so this is a part where we talk about our faith and how it has been lived out primarily in the lives of our children and the way they are adjusting to our faith. So we talked about it before, about the pastor's kid, talking about the Easter bunny in the empty tomb. And so today, Walk That Talk, I want to we'll tell the story together of Liam and Lydia. And so I believe it was Lydia. And so the Bible story, for those who don't remember, back in Acts chapter 16, Paul had some plans. And he was like, I'm going to go to Asia. But the Holy Spirit in Acts chapter 16 was like shooting Paul down. It was like, I want to go here. And the Holy Spirit was like, no, don't go there. And then Paul was like, well, I want to go here. And the Holy Spirit was like, no, you're not going to go there. And so finally he ends up going, I think it's to Macedonia. And when he's there, he's like, I'm going to meet with the leaders. I've got this great plan. I'm going to meet with the Jewish leaders and Timothy's going to come. And then, that gets shut down too. And he ends up meeting like one lady, I think her name was Lydia, and she sold purple cloth, and she was like a small business owner, and she's like the only person they meet. And their ministry starts off in a completely different way than what they were used to. And I preached on that like 2 or 3 months ago or something. And clearly Liam was listening because...
Yeah, so that day, I remember we were doing something in the morning, and this was when we were still doing school, because we're finished with school for the school year, but I think I had explained when he woke up that we were going to do school after breakfast and, get dressed and everything, and he's always one to want to do his own thing. He's kind of got his plan, and he comes out with that plan in his head, and we aren't really aware of that plan until he suggests things, and then when he finds out that we have a different plan for the day than that was in his head, he gets very upset, and so... I think he ate breakfast and he got dressed and he said, okay, I'm going to go do this thing, whatever. And I said to him, we're going to sit down and do some school first. We got to do, our lesson for the day. And he was really having a hard time with it. And he just was very resistant. And then at one point he just loudly sighed and groaned and then threw his head back and said, this is just like that one time when Paul had all these really great plans and God just kept telling him no. And I said, and what did Paul do? Did he, continue to do what he wanted to, or did he listen to God? And he said, he followed God's plan. Now, I'm not saying that I consider myself God, but it was a very, very, astute memory to just pick that up and draw that in and, make that connection. I was how old are you?
I feel like that's an obscure story. Like, that's not one of the big, 10 stories that most, every kid knows, like David and Goliath or Noah's Ark or whatever. This is like an obscure backwater part of Acts that even I have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's Lydia and it's Acts 16, but it's like, even I'm hesitating on that because I don't think that's a very well-known story. And he grabbed onto it and clearly paid attention. But yeah, he definitely called us God in that analogy.
Yeah, it was not what I was going for. But what I was impressed with was his memory and his ability to connect something that he had learned to a life situation where he was having a little bit of trouble. Don't think it was a very good connection. However,
I'm impressed though.
It was very dramatic.
It's a good application, but yes, it was still very dramatic. I love it. I just thought that was so wonderful. Ready for sponsors?
Sure.
I am impressed with how many people are actually listening. I'm really grateful for all the wonderful people that have been tuning in and reaching out and telling us their stories and letting us know that they're listening. That has just really touched my heart. However, there's nobody knocking on the door to pay us for sponsorships. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump up some products or things in our life that are sponsoring our life, things that we would advertise if they would pay us, but ain't nobody going to do that. So we're just going to talk about them. What's sponsoring your life today?
Today, oh gosh, I guess my Warby Parker glass.
Yes, I love Warby Parker. Tell me all about it.
It's been a good company that's served us well over the years. I think I've owned Warby Parkers for at least like
5, 6, 7 years.
At least 7 years, yeah. I've gotten them every year that we've been able to, get an eye exam and get new glasses. But yeah, they've been serving me well. I've been switching back and forth between a couple pairs because my eye, prescription hasn't changed much in the last couple of years. But they're cheap. And by cheap, I mean inexpensive, not cheap quality.
Yeah, not poor quality. No, they're
I've
great.
never had problems with my Warby Parkers. And if I had, they have great... you can send stuff in, and even if you decide you still like the frames but your prescription changes, you can send them in and they'll put the new prescription in with the same frames that you have if they discontinue them for some reason. But yeah, I like my Warby Parkers. They serve me very well, and I've had several different varieties over the years. So
yeah, I have Warby Parker as well. We actually started back when we were living in Chicago, so I think it's been like 8 or 9 years, because it's a Chicago-based company, or it used to be. And don't they like? It was like for a while they were doing a promotion when you buy the glasses. It's like they would give glasses to someone.
Oh, that's always been their policy.
Yeah, and so I love
buy
that.
one, give one. So they'll, for every pair of eyeglasses purchased, they give one to someone in need, or they'll donate to someone in need. So that's a really cool thing. I think is a great thing. So.
And I love their system. Like you give them some information about like your size of your head or whatever, and then they send you like select what is it, 5?
You can do the home try on for 5 different pairs.
And they send them to you, and you get to try them on, see if you like them, and then if you don't, you just pack them all up and you send them back. Or I mean, you send them back anyways, and tell them, all right, this is the one I want, and then you give them the prescription. They just like mail it out to you. There's no going to a store, and they're, I think, cheaper than if you buy them in the actual place.
I've always enjoyed how inexpensive they can be, and I mean, we've paid out of pocket, but I mean, at $95, it's not bad for
it's fantastic.
Glasses, so.
I love Warby Parker. That's a great sponsor of your life. Let's see what sponsor of my life. Oh, I gotta give a shout out. So I have been, and I think this one is gonna be a shout out a couple of times, because I wanna, what's been sponsoring my life lately is the Wheel of Time book series. I'm really enjoying them as a series of books. They are so much fun. But they're incredibly long books. And so I got it from the library, but there was no way that I was going to finish it in the 3 weeks that I had, because these are like 800-page books. I mean, they're really long. And so I posted on Facebook. I was like, does anybody have this book that I could borrow for, 3 months to 20 years so I can finish it? And a very dear friend reached out, and he was like, actually, I want to buy you this series. And he ended up buying me 9, the first 9. I was blown away by this generosity, and he was trying to like minimize it. He's like, well, they were on sale, it wasn't a big deal, but it was a big deal. It was amazing. Gives me the freedom to read it at my pace. Took me a couple months to get through the first one. I just finished it. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. Wheel of Time. I haven't read them all. I'm into the second book now. I read like a page and a half before I fall asleep at night. It's taken me a time, but I enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. They're very in the vein of like fantasy and kind of Lord of the Rings-esque. But if you like long books about fantasy stuff, it's a great series, and I'm having a lot of fun. So that's definitely sponsoring my life right now.
Very cool. Okay.
All right, are you ready for this awesome bit?
I'm getting it out now.
I'm so excited. Okay, so this is a new a new bit that we came up with, and the working title is Playlist Puzzles. Now, to give you a little background, contemporary Christian music, also known as CCM, often catches a little bit of criticism in Christian culture because it can be kind of superficial, and sometimes it is difficult to tell whether a contemporary Christian song is a love song to God or just your basic generic love song. And so what we're going to do for this next bit, the playlist puzzle, is we are going to read lyrics from popular songs, and the other person has to guess whether it is an 80s love ballad or a 90s contemporary Christian song. It doesn't have to necessarily be 90s, but that's the framework.
Yeah,
is it secular or is it Christian based on the lyrics that we read? You ready?
Who's going first?
You go first. You go first.
Okay, so I'm going to read you the lyrics and you have to guess.
Oh, and another backdrop. I'm so bad at this. Like,
this could be really obscure. I could be bad at this too. We never know.
I listen
to a lot of 80s music, but I might not.
See, and I don't know 80s music. So if it's like an 80s love song, but it hits on some of the like stereotypical like metaphors, I might guess wrong because I don't know my 80s music at all. But all right, now I'm excited. Go ahead.
Are you ready for this first one? Okay. All right. I'm going to read the lyrics here. It says, with all my heart, all my soul, all my mind, I dedicate my life to you. To anything you want me to. Pay any price, sacrifice, till the sun comes shining into my life, because no one else can comfort me the way you do.
I mean, come on. That's got to be 90s CCM. All my life, did it say all my soul? That's got to be some kind of I almost think I could pick up a melody. I've heard that in a worship service. I've never heard
this song before in my life. So
what is it?
It's called One Love, and it is a 90s CCM
song. I knew it.
Let me make sure I'm pronouncing this man's name right. It is Brent Bourgeois.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
I do not know the song either.
All my life. Okay, wait, say it again.
Let it be known, though, that someone out there has a blog called the 100 Best CCM 90 Songs. And they also have another blog called 100 Best Albums of the CCM 90s. So someone's committed.
The 90s were a
legit
heyday
committed.
Oh man. Wait, say it again.
With all my heart, all my soul, all my mind, I dedicate my life to you. To anything you want me to, pay any price, sacrifice. Till the sun comes shining into my life, because no one else can comfort me. Whoa, the way you do.
I love it. I'm gonna look up the
I know, I gotta listen to the song now.
Yeah. All right, I have one for you. All right, so let's see.
Hit me with your best shot.
That is, I don't know who that is. Is that Pat Benatar?
Hey!
Yeah, is it? Do you know why I know that? It's not.
I want to know why you know that.
I know it because it's referenced in Pitch Perfect.
Oh,
They sing it in
right.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have no idea. All right. You see me crying, don't let it get you down. You see me crying, I'm back to the lost and found.
It's an 80s song.
Oh. Yeah, bonus points if you can find it. Do you know who it is? You see me crying, don't let it get you down. You see me crying, I'm back to the lost and found. So we've correctly determined that it is what?
It's an 80s song.
It's not 90 CCM.
It's not 90 CCM.
I'll keep reading. I know that there's some people listening and they will know what it is.
Yeah.
Honey, what you done to your head? Honey, was it the words I said? If you read it in monotone, right, it's harder to find it.
Much harder to.
Honey, what you done in your head? Honey, was it the words I said? You see me crying, say you're a ladies' man. You see me crying, I'm so hard to understand.
I know.
You See Me Crying by Aerosmith.
That's what I thought. I was like, there's no way it's actually Aerosmith. But my head is saying that it's Aerosmith.
I just thought it was funny they used the phrase lost and found because that's classic Christian lyrics right there.
Oh, man.
You got another one?
Okay, yes. So these next lyrics, I'm a little worried you'll get this right off the bat.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Okay. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
I don't recognize that at all. What?
Oh, really?
Wait,
oh
say
my
it again.
Gosh, okay.
Can't stop. What?
Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me.
That sounds like a love song. I'm thinking, because that's a little, like, if that's a song to God, that's a little weird. Like, I want you to, no, that's gotta be an 80s love song, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I knew I was choosing one that was a little
I was
bit
getting
too...
an icky vibe. Like, that can't be, you can't sing to God like that.
Whatever, some people do sing
some
to God like
do.
That.
Oh, man. Who is it? What is that?
That's Foreigner. It's the song is I Want to Know What Love Is.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Okay.
All right, I got one.
Okay.
Now this is kind of obscure, but little hands, shoeless feet, lonely eyes looking back at me. Will we leave behind the innocent to grieve?
I know the tune of that song. That is a CCM song.
Yeah, which one is it?
Oh. Little hands, little feet.
Oh, you remember it?
Staring back at me.
Oh, wow, you're good. Yeah, you're right. You've caught the melody there.
I don't know this.
Yeah,
that's the song.
Girls will be queens wrapped in your majesty.
I don't know I don't know the group.
Audio Adrenaline.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Kings and Queens.
I knew it was a CCM song, but I couldn't tell who it was.
I was trying to go more obscure because that's less of a worship song and more of a Christian.
Poppy song. Wow. Okay.
All right, you got another one?
Okay, so I have one final song. So these are the lyrics. Once upon a time, it was a dream of mine to find love, true love. Just another wish, waiting for the kiss of life to come. Waking me from sleep, you whispered to me your story of happy ever after.
I hope that's not about God, because anything whispering it comes off super creepy. Like whispering that I'm gonna go 80s love ballad because ew. Final answer.
In the words of Regis Philbin, is that your final answer? My true 90s child who wants to be a millionaire coming out. That is actually a 90s CCM song.
No!
The song is called The One I've Been Waiting For, and the group is called Out of the Gray.
Out of the Gray. The one I've been waiting for?
Once upon a time, it was a dream of mine to find love, true love. Just another wish, waiting for the kiss of life to come. There's your little clue.
Okay, yeah, life to come.
Waking me from sleep, you whispered to me your story of happy ever after.
What?
That entire song, I was looking at the lyrics going, there's no way this is a Christian song.
You can't talk to God like that, you creepy. What's the really classic worship song that's really kind of creepy? It comes off like...
In the secret, in the quiet place.
Yeah, there it is. In the
stillness, you are there.
Like, it sounds like a Sting song, right? Like,
I want to hear your voice.
What's the song where he's like, I'm watching you?
Oh yeah, that's I'll Be Watching You.
Yeah.
The Police.
I'll
Be Watching You. Is that the song?
I don't know, right? Like he's like, every move you make.
Yes, it's every move you make. Not I'll Be Watching You, but that's absolutely correct.
But like those are like the same song.
Yeah,
and
we used to call it the Stalker song.
it's the bummer of it all is I actually really love that song, In the Secret, in the Quiet Place.
Oh, I thought you meant the song.
No, I don't even know the Police song, right? Like I'm just. Oh, okay. Wait, I have another one for you.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to find. Here we go. I'm gonna jump in the middle of a verse to mess with you a little bit. Okay. No one could express how much you deserve, though I'm weak and poor. All I have is yours. No one could express how much you deserve, though I'm weak and poor. All I have is yours.
That's a Christian song.
Yeah. Can you name it? I see the clock working.
Yeah, the tune is there. I've done the song before. I did the song in high school, I think.
Oh yeah, this is like peak. This may be early 2000s, but I think it's actually 90s.
Is this Michael W. Smith?
Yeah. Well done. Michael W.
There we go.
Yes. Yup.
All I have is yours, every single breath.
Doesn't that sound like that could be Aerosmith though? Yeah. Right? Like.
Yeah, it does. I'll give it that.
I love it so much.
Yeah. Boy, that was fun.
I think that's gonna be a really fun game. Unless you want, and listeners, please send us your submissions. If you have,
it's really fun because JJ doesn't know very much.
I don't know anything.
Of
so
the 80s. Actually, he doesn't know anything past prior to the 90s.
Give us clips of anything. He
was a late 80s child, so I was a late 80s child, but apparently
But you lived for that
more
generation. I know nothing that came out before I was born. Like we played this game the other day. I can barely name the Beatles.
That's true.
Like
That's
I almost didn't know who the fourth one was.
That's true.
And I just don't know any of that stuff. So yeah, and contemporary Christian music.
For context, he thought the song "I Need a Hero" by Bonnie Tyler was actually from Shrek 2. So, and he didn't know it was Bonnie Tyler. So, needless to say,
man, no. So I think submit to us your lyrics and don't tell us whether it's 80s love ballads or 90s or 2000s CCM because they are ridiculously interchangeable and that So that's a new segment, Playlist Puzzles, and I love it so much. We got to give a shout out. Thanks for joining us, everyone. If you appreciate our goofy podcast, go ahead, hit like, subscribe, leave us a review. I don't know, something about the algorithm. If you leave us a review, it boosts our podcast so more people can find this fun Christian content.
And thanks so much to Music Town for the use of our theme song. Don't forget to check us out on social media. There's a Facebook page, Instagram, maybe a Twitter account. I do not interact with any of these, but JJ tells me all the time about people who are commenting and sharing.
I share it all. And so I'm going to throw up all those stories that we've been doing, the fabulous Burger King Pregnancy Whoppers and the story about the dog. You can see how cute this dog is and why they thought it was a good snuggle bug instead of a scary dog. And yes, definitely please reach out to us with your playlist puzzles, because I think that's going to be so much fun. All right, now are you ready for the mom joke of the week?
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France?
France? No.
Debris is everywhere.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.